Hello. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to you. I'd like to spend a few moments telling you a little bit about where I came from, how I grew up, what's important to me, and what I'd like to accomplish in District 84. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, went to college in California at Stanford University. I returned to South Florida and spent the bulk of my professional career at the Memorial Healthcare System in South Broward. As a Senior Vice President and Chief Information Officer, I oversee all of the information technology, clinical systems, analytics, medical equipment support for this large public healthcare system. After 35 years, though, I'm retiring at the end of August. I have owned a house in St. Lucie County in District 84 since 2004. I am up here almost every weekend. I follow the news. I'm an avid sportsman and fisherman. I've seen the changes in the water quality that disturbed me very much. My involvement in civic activities began in the early 1980s when I led a group of homeowners associations in fighting Broward County over its plans to locate a new landfill in the then pristine wetlands of Southwest Broward. Shortly after that, I was appointed to the Broward County Zoning Board, which I served on for 12 years, most of which as chairperson. When we voted to incorporate the town of Southwest Ranches, I ran for and was elected to town council and was re-elected. I retired after 2 years to focus on my professional career. My passions are the environment and the green slime that's coming down the river, improving education funding, improving economic opportunity in St. Lucie County, improving access to health care, and improving our civil rights. My website is blanton.org. Facebook page is www.facebook.com/Blanton2018. Thank you. With regard to public education, there are several items that I think we need to proceed. First of all, our teacher pay is, I think, in the lower 40s in the nation, about $12,000 below the average for the U.S. average. I think we need to put more money into teacher pay. And with regard to who should control the funding of education, I think the locally elected school board is the group that needs to control funding and the allocation to charter schools and other functions. I also think we need less reliance on standardized testing as a punitive measure and more development of vocational education in our school systems. Thank you. So as a 35-year veteran of a public healthcare system, I'm very sensitive to the issues of funding of healthcare. I think the first thing that Florida needs to do is to expand Medicaid to cover more Floridians with health insurance. I think it is unethical that our health system is not able to treat people with respect if they are uninsured. I believe that basic health care should be a human right. In addition to expansion of Medicaid, I think we need to do a better job of allocating funds to public health systems to cover uninsured populations. With regard to gun control, I consider myself a moderate. I favor the elimination of the gun show loophole. I favor universal background checks before firearms are transferred to people. I think it's very important that only individuals who are safe and qualified should be able to possess weapons. However, I do not favor a ban on assault weapons or a ban on high-capacity magazines because I do not think that will solve the issue. I think that weapons that are not classified as assault weapons can be just as dangerous in the wrong hands. I also think that's a divisive issue that is going to bring our country further apart. So I favor strong controls on background checks, but not the banning of assault weapons. So people sometimes ask me, why in the world would I want to get involved in politics? Why do I want to run for District 84? The truth of the matter is, I'm not that good a politician. There are many better ones out in the environment, but I am a concerned citizen who cares deeply about the state of Florida and about this country. And it upsets me to see the green slime coming down the St. Lucie River again, when I know that our government is tilted in favor of big business and big agriculture at the expense of our voters and residents. I'm disappointed to see the lack of economic development in St. Lucie County. We have great assets with the port of Fort Pierce, the international airport, and the infrastructure that's been put in place in Port St. Lucie. I'm also very concerned about the impending threat to a woman's right to choose with the changes in the Supreme Court lineup, and also with potential continued efforts for Florida to restrict our ability to freely and fairly vote. I want to expand health care and treat people with more dignity and honesty. And I'm very appalled at the tone of tenor in politics today. Politicians do not treat each other with respect. The use of fake news and outright lies is unacceptable, and it needs to change. I'm a qualified candidate. I've got good professional experience. I'm strong and ethical. I'm well organized. I have the right values. I'm independent. I have the time to help. I'm the best qualified candidate for District 84. Please vote for me. Thank you.